To
So today we are talking about mass tort. It's a growing industry in US, and we are here with the team of Medical Claim Center, who are on some active projects like hernia mesh, CPAP, and other projects too. So let's hear it from Sahil, what he has to say about the mass tort industry and how Medical Claim Center is making its way through it.
cool. Well, our company, Medical Claims Center, just to give a little overview, since today is our first episode. We originally, started with Mega Lead Solution back in 2012, around 2012, 2013. We really started doing business as Medical Claims Center in 2020, like 2019, 2020, around that range. The reason why we did that is because we wanted to have a straight focus point on like how we want to generate leads. I guess Medical Claims Center, we felt like that was a good name. So we just went all in with Medical Claims Center. Some of the projects that we're currently focused on right now that I really want us to get more and more educated as we continue on with the podcast. CPAP, that's one of the main projects that we're working on. Hernia mesh, paraquat. There is Exact Tech, Camp Lejeune. We want to get more into social media harm as well. We're still working on that. There's talcum powder. You could visit our website, medicalclaimcenter.com, and you'll be able to see all of our active lawsuit projects that we're currently working on. But what we do is we simply just we generate leads for law firms, for clients, and we refer these cases to them if it matches something that they're looking for. So we verify information to see if the person could qualify for a potential settlement claim due to product liability, and that's what Mass Tort does. They focus on cases that have to do with product liability. That's what we're up to. We've been going pretty strong since 2020. And right now, our focus point is to find as many cases as possible that have to do with the projects that we're working on.
Yep. So I was just going through your website right now, Sahil, and I saw this free case review. What is that all about?
Yeah, so a person in order, we have free case qualification survey that we have anyone that goes to our website take. We want ideally people from United States of America taking this free case qualification survey, but sometimes there is no say to that. But let's say when someone goes into a free case qualification survey and there's a bunch of questions in there, and if they answer saying yes, like for example, did you or a loved one ever use a CPAP, BiPAP, or a ventilator device, right? So if they say yes to using a CPAP machine, then there might be if they haven't filed a claim in regards to that, now we have our verification team that reaches out to them to see if they could qualify for a potential settlement claim due to product liability. So in our free case qualification survey, we have a list of things that the person could qualify for. If they don't qualify for it, they might have a loved one that might qualify for it. So it's this whole qualification thing that it helps us really see who qualifies for what project.
Okay. Also, if I'm filling out the form and let's say, for example, how are you storing all this data and what about my privacy? Like I was talking to you yesterday and you told me that you have a backend CRM build up. So is this data secured and how is our privacy handled?
Yeah, it's really, really secured. It's way better than using a thing like Google Sheet, right? Like it's way better than that. It's secured. It's password protected. We go in there if someone qualifies for a claim. We manually update it, and we keep our information pretty secured and private. Same thing. If when everything's protected with private information. Bidu, he's our chief technology officer. He built our custom CRM from scratch. And we're continually we're constantly growing and developing our CRM to the point where we're learning from like what else we could add into our CRM so that it could continue to grow and develop. We're learning new things. We want to implement a lot of those things into our CRM, but it started from a scratch CRM that we built, and it's really advanced over the years, and I could just imagine what it's going to look like a year from now, because we keep making changes. And Mitu over here, our CTO, he'll be able to change anything that our mind desires. But yeah, he'll be able to probably dive more into that if you have any specific questions on how we keep our CRM more secure and protected.
Yep. So basically, like I was just reading about Cambridge here, and I would like to dive deep into that. So can like I know Jay is like the head of operations in your firm, and he knows many details about different lawsuits. So what is this Camp Lejeune all about? Because day before yesterday, I was just reading about this in the newspaper.
All right. So, Shamana, thank you so much. So the Camp Lejeune, that is one of the hottest project right now with the Mastod, with the toxic water contamination project. So during the time of the 1957 to till the time of 1987, the veterans who worked out there in the military base or the camp, or people who staying nearby the North Carolina, they had some major or the minor side effects, starting from the miscarriage to the cancer. So you can scale up, like it's a lot of side effects they are facing, just staying for the 30 days or more on the Camp Lejeune. So people who stayed there or worked there for at least in 30 days and had any side effect, they can file the claim. That's the situation.
Okay.
That is due to the toxic waters.
Yep. Okay. And is this like other things that you guys do for people and like make the case and make it reach to the lawyers? Is this service chargeable or is it free?
Our entire process, the service is free, start to end. There is no cost, no obligations, or no any physical court appearance required. So everything like after they speak to us, we can file the claim start to finish. We can submit the claim to the law firm. The victim, they no need to go to anywhere, and it will not gonna cost to anything. Also, the law firm, they are working on the contingency basis. It means that the law firm, they will only get paid if they win the settlement for the victim. If they doesn't win the settlement, it's not gonna cost anything to anybody.
Okay, that's nice. Cesar, I have one question for you too. So, like, I'm reading on this on the website and everything. So, how like we have multiple companies working on in the Mastod industry, and I read on Google like it's a growing thing. So, how do you keep yourself different, or like how are you unique compared to others, and what different things like you to do to have the edge on the business side?
Yeah, I mean, what differentiates us from a lot of the other companies that are doing similar things as we are is honestly our community. We host a lot of community events. Our team is constantly focused on like helping people. I mean, I'm sure everyone wants to help everyone, but something I feel like separates us from everyone is we're really involved on wanting to heal someone. Like, I mean, like all of our, if you go to our website, you look at our events that we host. I mean, we work with communities like there's a community that my sister, my brother-in-law, and a bunch of other teammates we've built and developed. It's called Zenadem Holistic Healing. We host a lot of transformational events there, and find people who could qualify for potential claims, and a lot of times we have a lot of other events that we go to, and we find people who could also qualify for potential claims. Not only just that, what really separates us is we constantly go to conferences and we learn new things, and we're really involved. We're pretty close to a lot of the clients that we're working with, and we attend a lot of the updated meetings. We get educated on a lot of the projects on what's pretty much like what the litigation is really up to at the moment, what a lot of these projects are currently up to, where is it at right now, where it's going to be like a year from now, where it could be a year from now. So we really know what we're talking about at the end of the day. We might not be pro experts, but we pretty much are really invested into these projects. I mean, there are conferences that happen like twice a year. There's more conferences that happen where we at least aim to go at least once and learn about which one's hot. And if it really makes sense for us to dive into these projects, we go all in. And when we go all in, if you go to our social media platforms, we're constantly, consistently posting about all of our projects, getting creative and finding different ways to spread awareness. I don't really think that there are that many companies out there that are aggressively going that hard to spread awareness into specific projects. And we're just getting started. We want the reason why we're doing this podcast, and I'm glad that we are, is really to spread awareness. At the end of the day, I think podcast is a great tool to spread awareness. YouTube is a great tool to spread awareness. TikTok is, Instagram is. We want to slowly. We've been pretty consistent with Instagram, and now we want to just scale that up to like YouTube, TikTok, podcasts, and find different ways to just spread awareness. I think that's what really separates us from a lot of the other like lead generation or mass tort lead generation companies, or any legal aid companies in general. Our involvement.
Yeah, that's nice. So basically, community and spreading awareness is the key, right?
Correct. I think so. Yeah. If we have a strong community, I mean, we build.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So, Bharat, if we can have some intro on Medical Claim Center, like some of the words from the CEO, that will be great.
So basically, let me tell you, like Medical Claim Center have missions that to keep the people safe from potentially drugs and devices. Right, so we have very good like law firms that we are working with right now, and they're helping our like clients who is very totally like injured by the drugs.
Yep. Nice, that is nice. So, does anyone have anything else to say, or let's just like bring this podcast to end?
No,
So yeah, one of the key
Go ahead.
factor how we are Shantanu. So one of the key factor we are working like everything what we are doing that is an in-house. So we are not using like mostly the third-party services. Even the CRM, the database, what we are just keeping. That is one of the question you had. So that is like in our own CRM. We are not using any third-party service. So everything is pretty much secured, and we have like an experienced team and dedicated team like who is working on each sector for marketing, technology, operations, and they are deep dive into this from the years. That's it.
That's nice. Like having an in-house team will give you a lot of like control over the whole process. That's nice.
Yeah.
So like
I just wanted to give like like kind of dive into like what like the future podcasts will be about, just so we're all on the same page. And I mean today's podcast is really just an introduction, just so we're on the same page. But I personally want to like start having more podcasts specifically related to the active projects, one at a time. So if there are a lot of projects that are like, for example, hernia mesh, I want there to be a specific podcast for hernia mesh, and just so we can continue to get more and more educated and spread the word. And then like the next podcast, I want it to be specifically about Camp Lejeune. So I mean, if there is a different flow with that, that's something that we could talk about. But I personally feel like I want more creative when it comes to, because there's so many active projects that are going on, and I want to make sure the community is fully aware about all of these projects. I think it's huge. It makes a huge difference.
Obviously we can like discuss like who qualifies for which claim and what are the symptoms for each lawsuit. That's something can be discussed. That's nice of you. So if Sahil, you can leave us with like one sentence, what will it be?
One sentence for what? Like in general, like, or?
Yeah, in Medical Claim Center, like what's your one sentence that defines Medical Claim Center?
Our mission is to help people who have been injured by faulty products, drugs, and medical devices.
Nice.
Get justice. Get justice.
Yep.
Cool.
Okay, guys. See you next time.
See
Thanks a
you
lot.
next time. Take care.